Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Way of Life. I'm your host, Gus Holland. Before we begin this episode, I want to inform you that wayoflifepodcast.com is officially live. That's where you can find all social media links. You can listen to the podcast. You can also find merch. That's WHEY, like the protein. As always, leaving a rating and review and sharing with a friend is the best way to help the podcast, and I greatly appreciate it. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's episode. Guys, welcome back to another episode. I hope everybody's January was amazing. I'm recording this at the beginning of February, and I cannot be more excited for this year. The podcast is once again sponsoring the Ugly Sweater Classic. That is in December of this year, December 2024. At the time of recording this, it has already sold out available spots for competitors. So it took 48 minutes, sold out. We're going to have Jeff Walling on the podcast here in probably next episode, maybe two from now. But he's going to be on the podcast very soon to talk about the Ugly Sweater Classic, as well as strongman competitions in general and everything that's new in the Pacific Northwest area. But we are sponsoring the third place pro men's middleweight. That is going to be the first time Oregon has a pro middleweight competition, I believe, if I'm getting all those details right. But we're sponsoring third place for that. And the podcast, it's just me running it, but I kind of like include the listeners as well, because without y'all support, the supporting other strong men and women and the competitions, etc., would not be possible. So that's a big shout out to y'all and a thank you for the support. But very excited about that. I have a bunch on my plate, to be honest. So the episodes have been a bit sporadic as far as consistency goes. I am very sorry about that. I'm not going to make any more excuses, but I guess you can call it a New Year's resolution, but I am working on, I guess I'm wrapping up the several things that are going on at the moment, and going to try to tone it all down a bit and just focus on the podcast this year. And I believe I've said it before, but who cares? I've always been trying to like keep some of my personal life details out of this, just because I don't know, safety and security reasons, I guess. I don't know. But also I just don't like talking about my work and everything. But I am a mailman in Texas. I've been a mailman for I don't even know, 13 years now, or I think it'll be 13 this year. And I have actively for years and years and years been trying to make a smooth transition into a different career. Most of which has been leaning toward entrepreneurship. I owned a fencing company for 5 years. It was doing really well. COVID hit. That kind of just, so we were deemed essential workers, and could still operate, but several things, that were out of my hands as far as, I don't know, just the whole operation, operations in general was just out of my hands, and led myself or my company to basically go out of business. I mean, we're still operational after COVID, but that was mainly just to finish up handling any debts and everything. I wanted to close it down in a honorable fashion. So Um, yeah. So anyways, I had built a fencing company from the ground up with money out of my own pocket and, using scheduled leave to train employees and, um, try and just build it like that. And so, yeah, that was going really well. Overall, like if I had to write it down on paper, just like one reason, it was COVID. I mean, that's why I didn't succeed. But it's no big deal. I learned a bunch from that. Just about myself, about friends and family, about entrepreneurship. So that took a big chunk. That's 5 years, of active, trying to build something to get out of the post office comfortably. I mean, technically, yeah, you can quit your job at any time. But yeah, I mean, I've got kids and a wife and other obligations, so you can't just do stuff like that. So, um, this year, well, I guess December, I started college at WGU. That's Western Governors University. That is based out of Utah. It is an online college, and it has been nothing but an amazing experience. I decided to go with a bachelor's in the full name is Business Administration, um, Information Technology Management, and so basically like a business admin degree with a focus in IT. Um, the focus in IT was real. Like I didn't really want to get a generalized business degree. I kind of felt like having it kind of lean one way or another would kind of strengthen it, I guess. Like it from at least since I've been doing it, it does seem like it is a generalized business degree with additional IT classes, for the most part. So anyways, I've loved this experience. And I would highly recommend it to anyone that's interested in going back to college. This isn't an ad. I'm not sponsored or anything by them. It's just I'm really having a good time. The college, for those that are interested, the colleges you pay per term. So a term is a 6-month period, and it normally ranges between don't quote me, but I would say somewhere between 3,500 and 4,500 per term, and it's kind of like go at your own pace. So you can essentially knock out, like some people get a full degree in like 6 months, and it's not like scammy or like some thing that's like it has the same credit, I guess, as like a state university. Um, but yeah, it's just they kind of just say like, here's the requirements, and if you knock out the requirements with the required grades and everything, you can go to the next class. And yeah, so it's really cool. They offer degrees in business, IT, healthcare or health, which most of those are nursing focused, and education. So, yeah, you should definitely check it out. Technically, my degree is a business degree, even though it has an IT focus. Um, yeah, and you can apply for FAFSA and they have like a scholarship portal, and it has, when I checked, it had, I believe, over 4,000 scholarships that you could apply to. Some of them are in-house, like directly from WGU, and a lot are from, third party sources or whatever, but they're all legit. I ended up getting a full ride. So that was amazing. I applied to a lot of scholarships and it got taken care of. So I'm very fortunate, very grateful. And that is honestly, financials are the main reason I'm getting to do this, because it was taken care of. And, yeah, so I'm very, very excited about that. I'm already started December 1st, and right now it is February 2nd when I'm recording this. And I'm already, I think technically I'm a senior. They don't really go by that, but I looked up like how many credits, counts for each step or whatever. I believe I would technically be a senior. But if I'm wrong on that, whatever. But I'm definitely going to be able to finish this degree within one term, and I believe I'll be able to apply my financial aid and everything toward a master's degree, which they also offer several master's degrees. So I am going to put the link. I have like a referral link or whatever. I just get some points out of it or whatever. And I don't really care about the points, but I do care about people continuing their education and constantly learning. So I am in support of at least checking it out. So you'll be able to do that in the description of this episode. Once again, I'm not, besides going there, I'm not really affiliated with them. Like, I'm not sponsored. It's nothing like that. Yeah. So, just kind of explaining what's been going on with me. So mainly the college stuff. And outside of that, I've been trying to read a lot of books. I also have started, regularly exercising, working out. I dipped off for a while there. So I'm very excited about that. I've also been working part-time at a different job, in preparation for a career change. And I know that will happen for sure this year. Everything's kind of lined up and going smoothly. So, more on that later when it's all said and done, basically. But it's a lot of stuff going on. So between two jobs, college, working out, etc., like, and then trying to also handle the podcast, that is kind of where you can see a pattern of me constantly overwhelming myself, and I've done that my whole life. So this year I'm going to wrap up college. I'm going to do the career change, and then once that's done, it's really just for the most part just the podcast. So that is why I'm so excited about 2024. Also, before I forget, the Riveter, which is the first all women's strong woman competition that I'll be attending. I'm very excited about that. That is at the end of March, and I'm going to put a link to the Iron Podium. The link on Iron Podium for the Riveter, because I believe there are still some sign-up spots available. It is specifically, I'm pretty sure it's a novice women's, like specifically for novice women. I may be mistaken on that, but that is also has also just hit the mark of being the largest all women's competition since 2020, and possibly before that, but definitely since 2020. So that is a big deal. And so I'm excited to, I'll be attending that. That's in Gerald, Texas, if I'm saying that correctly. I've only ever read the name. It is near, actually it might be in Pflugerville, but either way, it is near Austin, north of Austin, and yeah, so I have had too much caffeine today, but I'm just excited to be finally recording an episode. I guess that about wraps it up. The other thing that I've recently stumbled into is a local brand. It's a family-owned company. This is also not an ad, but y'all should definitely check it out. It's called Heat Ups, HEATUPS. That is a meal prep service. These meals are freaking delicious. They are handmade. They are frozen. You literally like remove the film on them, microwave them for 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the instructions, and they're good to go. And they're really good. They're very affordable as far as for pre-made meals and the quality that you're getting. They are really well priced is what I would say. They offer shipping. If you're in the Bryan College Station area of Texas, you can pick them up locally. But yeah, y'all should definitely check those out. They have like some really good meals, and they list all the macros out on the film on top of them. And I think they can be frozen for like up to 6 months or something like that. I don't know, but they are delicious, and y'all should check that out. I'll put a link in the description for that as well. Once again, none of these things are sponsors or anything like that. I'm just excited that I've stumbled across WGU for continued education and Heat Ups for meal preps. The meals have really helped me get back on track with my fitness and stuff like that. I haven't, because I have so much going on, at least right now. It's been super helpful to continue knocking all this stuff out, and still being able to eat healthy without having to sacrifice a lot of time to cook these meals and buy the ingredients and do all that stuff on my own. Anyways, I don't want to keep rambling, but yeah, thank y'all so much for the support, and I hope y'all have a great day. All right, bye.